and paint this all gold, and then put a little bit of flames in here. That's what you had, okay? That was a popular style a few years ago, but I don't like it. Not on this car. In my mind, if you've got a car like this with this kind of prestige for being the only one, you want to give it a little old school, because you know what, with street rods, old school is where it's at. They have a lot of new technology, which this car has in it, but I wanted to make this car look old school. So what we did was to repaint this car with a candy apple red, which is a beautiful color. When it gets outside the natural sunlight, it's absolutely awesome.
It's spectacular.
Absolutely. And I wanted to do something to change the look of the flames. Now, I did something that a lot of people don't do, but I did it because, you know what, when you've got an old school car like this, what I like, you may not like. Right?
Absolutely.
You may want to have a different type of flame on this car. So what I did was to have the company here in Chicago that we work with, Sticker Dudes, make old school flames on this car, but we did it in stickers. Meaning,
it's an applique.
It's an applique. It looks exactly like paint. It feels like paint. But you know what? If you don't like it, heat gun comes off. No problem at all. That is very important with a car like this, because with a candy apple paint job, they're very expensive to do, number one. So it gives you an opportunity. If you wanted to change the design of the car down the road, you can do so. Okay?
You're not locked into that particular design.
Exactly. And this is such a rare car that if you didn't even want the old school flames on it, they can come off, and you got that basic original business coupe look. Okay? What is really cool that I like about this car is you'll notice the headlights. And Jeremy will show you this a little bit more as he goes around. These are very distinct for this car and this car only. And they really got a cool look. Up here on the side curtain, we've got, and it looks like somebody made this, but this is actually the way this car was produced. S for Studebaker. It's just awesome. That's on both sides. Now, in the back, he's going to show you also
the license plate light.
The license plate light says Studebaker, and that's in blue. Okay, it's really cool. There were some really cool things that they did with these cars. Now, what we have for driveline is a 350 turbo trans. We have power steering, power brakes. We got a billet tilt column. It's got dolphin gauges in it. It has a complete leather and tweed sculpted interior. Beautiful. I like another thing that they did to this car. All the business coupes. Business coupe is what? Is a car that does not have a back seat.
Right.
They designed the business coupe for salesmen who used to drive around and sell stuff to stores and local people, and they would put all their briefcase, all their paperwork, all their product in the back on a shelf.
It was an extended package shelf.
So that's what they called the business coupe. That was designed for that. Well, with street rodders, we like that look because the coupe looks so cool, right? What they did with this car was, instead of just putting the shelf there and carpeted in it, they put in a back seat. Now, I'm not saying that a big person can get in there and sit, but it looks cool because you look in and you can see the back seat of the car. It's really cool that they did that. The car also has a Nova subframe. Nova is one of the common subframes that you use on street rods, and it has a Chevy 10-bolt rear end in it. So everything on the car driveline is pretty much Chevy. So it's easy to get parts for, and it's very easy to maintain, and this car drives and handles way different, obviously, than it did when it was a 1938 Studebaker President Business Coupe original. Now, another cool thing about this car is the grille. I love the way that this grille looks. It's basic, it's plain, but it's distinct to this car. So a lot of things that the car has, its integrity, and the look is so different than the Chevys or the Fords or some of the Mopar cars that they had back in the day. Going around the car, the wheels that are on it, they're fairly new. Now, I'm not real crazy about these. They're weld wheels. They look good, but I was thinking about possibly putting a bigger wheel and tire on this car. Low profile tires, small rubber, but a bigger rim, like 20 to 22 inch rim, because that would really fill out the wheel well and make the car look a whole different look. So that's something we may do too. But you know what? If you're interested in a car, that's something that we can work with you through our restoration shop so that we can come up with the right wheel combination and we can get the right tire size so that we can get a good ride and drive and get that really hot look for this car. Because this car is an exceptionally rare car, folks. There's not many of them around. A few years back, Diplomat, which there was a few of those out, this is the only one, sold for over $100,000 at the Barrett-Jackson auction. So we've got an extremely rare street rod here, one that you can take wherever you want to, and nobody's going to pull up with another one because it is that rare. Now, what we would like to do is for you to give Randy a call at 847-526-5950. Talk to him, get some more pictures about this car. We also do trading here, so if you have anything you might possibly want to trade in, we love trades, okay? We're car guys here. We love cars. That's why when we got into this car, we looked at it, we said, you know what, for a car as rare as this car, we need to give it the right look. That's why we completely changed the whole theme of what this car was all about and the way that it looks today. We've went through it mechanically. There is no issues. Everything in this car is top-notch. It's a great car for you to get out, take it to the shows, and it's a great investment because street rods have come up in value tremendously. And this is one of one. And that's why Jeremy played you the song at the beginning of this video. One is the loneliest number, right, Jeremy?
Yes, it is.
Because you're the only one. So anyway, I'm going to turn you over to Jeremy, and he's going to give you a quick go-around. This 1938 President Business Coupe.
Well, here it is. 1938 Studebaker President. One of one known to exist. A very, very cool car. And even cooler now that we have this awesome paint job and flames on the side here. Just awesome. We're going to take a little time here. Let's figure out how to turn the headlights on. Something like that. Here's these weld wheels, by the way, with the center knockoffs. Check these out. It's just got an awesome look about it. Maybe it's from watching too many movies, but this is totally cool. Around the back. On the rear. It's illuminated. It says Studebaker. Very cool. Most impressive. And it's just got that awesome, incredible. Hard to see exactly what that look is, but it's just cool. There's not a whole lot of room right there, but let's scoot on down there anyway. And this is one thing that Tony was mentioning. Right there's these little side thingies, little vents into the engine compartment with that little characteristic Studebaker S. Vaguely reminiscent of that ZZ Top Double Z. Let's kill the headlights while they're still battery powered. Open the hood, and this is a two-handed operation, so you'll just have to stand up. The hood requires a prop rod, which I don't have right now, so the top of my head is doing quite nicely. In the meantime, as you can see there, that's not exactly a Studebaker motor that's in there. It's a turbo 350. That's turbo. It's a 350. It's a Chevy 350. And I don't know if Tony mentioned this. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But that's an air conditioning compressor right there too. Just an awesome looking vehicle under the hood as well as outside. I have the prop rod. Now we can go for a walk around here kind of nicely. High performance fan. I wonder if that's the original radiator. It sure looks like it is. I'll bet you that's not the original stock factory 1938 air conditioning condenser in front of it though. Double block manifold. That's the dryer, I believe, for the air conditioning. Yes, this has heat and air. You can see down there some of the Nova subframe. As you see the handle there, you have to twist that and then lift it up. It latches very nicely. I think I'll leave it up for right now. Let's take a look on the inside. The prop ride was in the back seat, so we'll just take a look in the back seat here. And it's just exquisite back there. It's just beautiful. The headliner, it's got the same kind of material that is used in the interior. It's got a textured, not textured, but it's got a pattern that's pressed into it. The doors also have the same kind of pattern pressed into it there. Very modernistic. There's a temperature gauge down there. The odometer is reading 4034. That looks like a stock 1938 radio. It's a 40 watt. I'm not seeing a brand name on it. There's the power window switches. And the rear view mirror. Fuel level, volts, miles per hour, RPM times 100, oil pressure, water temperature. And a couple of LEDs on both sides also. I'm not quite sure what is what. That's the vintage air control and the ducting for it. I don't recall the name of this wheel, but it is a totally, truly awesome device. And it is a tilt wheel as well. Let's see here. Looks like a modern kind of dome light. And it does work. It's just an awesome, comfortable car. These are reclining seats. Close and personal with the seat, I find out that it is not electric. However, it's quite mechanical. And down below here, for those of you that need things to be plugged in to the cigarette lighter, there are two wired in cigarette lighter outlets there. Very cool. And it has seat belts. Coming on to the trunk back here, let's take a look on the inside. The trunk requires the prop rod, so once again I brought that from the front to the back. And inside here, we have some leather boots or something here. Now this is a leather bag. And another leather boot or another leather cover of some sort. I'm not quite sure exactly what they go to, but they are here. And this, I believe, is the original instrument panel bakelite that was surrounding the instruments there. Most impressive. Behind this cover in the back here, there's that's where the battery is. Well, let's disengage the prop rod. Drop that inside. Okay. There's not a lot more I can say for this car because it's pretty much self-explanatory. What an awesome, awesome car. 1938 Studebaker President. 1 is the lowliest number because this is the only one known to exist at this point in time. Turbo 350 trans, Chevy 350 engine, Nova subframe, vintage heat and air, a great cruising driving car. Just an awesome, awesome car. This is truly a blast from the past.